we were down at this little lake, and there was a bunch of fishes in the lake. And he goes, "Look at all the beaches." And I go, "The what?" And he goes, "The beaches." And I go, "The fishes." He goes, "Beaches." And I go, wow. He's saying fishes, but it's coming out as bitches. So I go, "Do you mind saying that one more time for my phone?" And I go, "Look at all the what?" He goes, "Look at all the beaches." And I go, "Yeah, dude, bitches be shopping, right?" Or I go, "Fishes be shopping, right?" And he goes, "Fishes be bitches be shopping." And I go, "Fishes be crazy too, huh?" He goes, "Bitches be crazy." I gave him a whole script to say, and he said every single one of them. And then I sent it to his mom and dad and said, "Can I post this?" And they were like, "Absolutely."
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night.
Guys, welcome back to the show, About Last Night. If you haven't been here before, click here, subscribe. If you have been here before, hey, welcome back. Good to see you. Should I start taking callers? When I say good to see you, I feel like some of you are like, is he talking to me? Like when I would watch those old Smokey the Bear commercials, and Smokey was like, "Only you can prevent forest fires." I was like, dude, I'm high as fuck on the couch right now. You're in the woods, baby. Why don't you do something about it? Quit deflecting. You know what I'm saying? You're around where the fires are. I digress. Smokey the Bear is not a real bear. He might be one of the most famous bears. Let's rank the top 5 famous bears in no particular order. Smokey. Baloo from the Jungle Book. Fuck. The bear that ate Terry Schiavo. I think she got eaten by a bear, no, a monkey. I think a monkey ripped Terry. Nope, that was a different woman that was on the Oprah show and had her face ripped off by a monkey. And I remember it was like the first facial reconstruction surgery that they did. Look it up. This is a true thing. I remember being fascinated by this story, and this was a big pull for Oprah. Oprah had been fucking around with dwarves and strippers and conjoined twins who were fucking the same guy, and then she was like, "Let's branch out. We need crazier shit." And then they were like, "A woman just got her face ripped off by a monkey." And she was like, "Yes, Tuesday." So, all right, but that's not a bear. Baloo, Smokey the Bear, I want to say Big Bird. Big Bear. Is there a Big Bear? Big Bear is a location. There we go. The Coca-Cola Bear. And to round out the top 5 bears, we're going to go with the Bernstein Bears family. Probably go with Papa Bear because... I don't know. I think he was holding shit down. That family was fucking a mess. You know, the kids were lying all the time. They were breaking shit. The Bernstein Bears tell the truth. My mom made me read a lot, which probably, I don't think I've read a book since. I'm an audiobook guy for sure. Not a huge book reader. I had to do book reports in high school, and I would always read the back of the book and then do a video. Mr. Barker, my teacher, freshman year of high school, shout out to Mr. Barker. Sweet guy, bad breath. Did he know that he had bad breath? I don't think so, because he'd get real close to you and breathe on you with the most breath. And he'd say things like butterscotch. And you're like, dude, you gotta figure that out. Either brush 5 times a day or quit. So I read a book called Summer of the Monkeys and read the back of the book. Not the full book, the back of the book. Because, hey, I was a freshman in high school. I had other things on my mind other than reading Summer of the Monkeys during fall. So I read the back and I go, "Mr. Barker, can I do a video project for my book report instead of a live presentation?" And he goes, "Yes, that would be perfect." And I was like, "Well, if I wake up from this diarrhea coma you just put me in, I'll get back to you with a book report." So read the back of the book, get my buddy Jonathan Stevens and Adam French to do a video for me. And basically we just did like a late night show where it was basically I was David Letterman. No, I'm sorry. My buddy was David Letterman, and he hosted the show, and it was like, on tonight's show we got Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Summer of the Monkeys. And then I came on, and he's like, "Jonathan, so tell me about this movie." And I'm like, "It's a great movie, dude. It's basically I play the title character of John Benet Rams or John Swanson, and I go to the woods for a summer and kick it with some monkeys. And he's like, let's cut to a clip. By the way, the worst. I could have just memorized 3 lines from the back of the book to tell you what it was. Didn't. Just even paraphrase that. And then he goes, let's cut to a clip. And it was me in the backyard, and I'm like putting my hands through bushes, and then I turn back to the cam and I go, where are the monkeys? And then it cuts back to me, and my buddy as Letterman goes, wow, I can't wait to see that. And then we had another guest on. So that chunk of the video was like 4 minutes. And then we had another buddy come on, and he pretended to be like the guy who invented Diet Dr. Pepper. And we just all improvised for like another 30 minutes. Mr. Barker did not show the full video in class. I think after about 12 minutes, he was like, okay, we get it. C, by the way. Anyway, lot going on. This is one of those weeks where you go, wow, can it get any weirder? Can it get any fucking weirder, dude? Nobody's really died. That's how America usually chalks up a weird week, right? Like, who fucking died, dude? It's always in threes, right? I remember there was a year where it was like Bill Paxton, fucking Betty White, and, you know, the fucking ShamWow guy's mom. It's always a wild, combo. But this week, everyone's talking about it. Hey, I'm stepping down. Everybody. I'm stepping down. I'm stepping in. I got other things to do. I'm doing it. We're all doing it. We're all figuring it out. We're getting up with the sun, going to bed with the moon. Hey, once you can't stop, you can't stop me though. I'm not going to stop. I'm like Pringles. Once you Joe Biden has left the presidential race and endorsed Kamala Harris. And now, in turn, I have received way too many DMs from people saying, working on your Kamala Harris impression? Hey, no. No, for a couple of obvious reasons. Not that I'm opposed to doing a female character, but, race plays a part in my decision. That being said, maybe there's a VP she picks that has some legs, but it's going to be a wild couple months. This is exactly what Trump wants, man. TV, baby. Oof. He's probably pumped that Biden is honestly out. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I think he was going to have a clear path to victory if Joe stayed in. It was too much. There's too many people that are too fired up on the Trump side, and too many people on the Biden side that were just like, I mean, once Clooney was like, I can't give you any money, man. And Joe was like, how about just a Venmo? Just send me a PayPal. Come on. Send me a PayPal, George. Come on, I watch Ocean's 12. That's a shitty movie. I can't do it, Joe. Come on. Send me a Brad Pitt headshot. Come on. So once Clooney left, although I heard some people go, who fucking cares, dude? Clooney leaving, is that really a big deal? I mean, look, I'll put Clooney up in the top celebs. If you were to pull 9 out of 10 housewives, I bet they would all suck Clooney's dick. I think they would do something to him. Whether they would rub his back or smell his butt or fucking kiss him on the nose or let him put his finger, like most, I'm going to throw guys in there too. There's probably a lot of guys that think they're fucking happily straight. And then Clooney comes around and goes, hey, a free thumb in the butt? And they're like, I didn't look at it from that angle. So I guess everyone has a price, is my point. But it's going to be an interesting fall. It's going to be an interesting summer. Summer usually is the time for a Freddie Prinze Jr. baseball rom-com. Now it's time for things to just get even spicier. Oof. Throw on the fucking Phil Collins and put that hot sauce on your teriyaki chicken bowl because it's going to be a spicy summer into an even hotter fall. It's hot as fuck in LA, speaking of just spicy warmth. Fuck, dude. It's too hot. Is it global warming? I don't know. Where's Al Gore, by the way? Dude, you were all about global warming and then all of a sudden just you're not anymore? We need people like you and Leo. Leo, we get why you have taken a step back because you've taken a step in to some who knows what and who knows who. Leo's doing his own thing. He's on boats. He's on beaches. He's living it up. Al Gore, come on, man. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Other than educating us about the climate and the way that it's moving and shaking. Summer should be hot. This feels too hot. I think when you really feel global warming is when it's like January 3rd and it's like, you know, let's take an East Coast city like Philadelphia and it's like 107 and everyone's like, hey, what a hot winter. And you're like, yeah, man, it's a little bit of the global warming that's going on. And people that don't know will go, nah, that's not real, dude. No. Oh, you believe? Oh, you're one of those conspiracy theorists, huh? Yeah. I guess you think 9/11 wasn't an inside job? I bet you think that birds are not robots that track our poop and pee. I like that one, that birds are robots. I mean, dude, you got to be a special kind of fucking idiot to think that birds are fake. I mean, I've seen birds get killed by baseballs, Randy Johnson. I've seen birds smack Fabio in the face while riding a roller coaster, Fabio. And there was no malfunction, no short circuit of the robot bird. It was just blood and guts. So ask Randy Johnson and Fabio if they felt any sort of machinery within those feathers. I'm willing to assume it was full bird, full face. Full bird feels like something you ask for at a deli on Thanksgiving. And it also sounds like something if you're at a pet shop that supports bestiality, and the guy behind the counter is like,
so, what creature are you looking to fuck?
And the guy goes,
I was thinking giraffe. And the guy goes, yeah, we don't sell giraffes at the pet shop, but there's a zoo nearby. How about a caterpillar or a cat? Yeah, that sounds good. I'll fuck a cat. Okay. We got a special on birds, too. What do the birds do to you? You know, they bite your penis and put their beak on your penis and then bite it. Okay, how much is that? Well, it's half off, so $700. That feels expensive. It's actually a great deal. Now, you get half bird or full bird?
That was a long way to get there for that. But my point is, dude, what is the point? You ever ask yourself that? What is the fucking point? Maybe I'm just going to stay in bed all day today. Thought about that today. Was at the Comedy Store last night performing on the 10th anniversary of the goddamn Comedy Jam. Shout out to Josh Adam Myers and the goddamn Comedy Jam band for putting on another amazing show. 10 years of the goddamn Comedy Jam. I've been doing it for 10 years. Josh is a gangster. I gave him a shout out during the show. Said this guy is consistent, passionate, committed. The band is killer. Dan, Joel, Nick, Ave. And the lineup last night was fire. Myself, Melissa Villasenor, doing Gwen Stefani's Sunday Morning, doing the Gwen impersonation, fire. Actually, let's go to a clip.
Driving just like, for a long time, I was in love, beep, 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 beep.
Ripped it. Ripped it. Maz Jobrani did In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Josh Wolf did Say It Ain't So. Bill Burr played drums on a Velvet Revolver song. Ripped it. Didn't ever think I would see Bill Burr play the drums. I know he's a fan. I know he plays. I thought it was real cash. He ripped it. He ripped it. And his set was fire. He just did a special, obviously. I think I said last time that I was in Seattle before our Portland and Seattle Phil shows, and we went a day early to go see Bill tape the second night of his special at the Moore Theater in Seattle. Unbelievable. I even told him, I was like, this might be your best. And he said it now many times on podcasts and to me through text that he thinks this is his best work, and I think it is. Bill ripped it, was just doing topical shit. Awesome. You know, great. Give me there's tons of shit going on. What do you think about it? You get to a certain point where there's a handful of voices that you realize we need comedically and in entertainment, especially in comedy, right? Chappelle is up there too, where you go, we need to hear their take on what's happening because you're going to make it funny for us. And then I did Hero by the Foo Fighters, and it was awesome. Brought my wife on stage. Brought my buddy Jeremy Shockley, who's in town, who you've probably recognized from a bunch of clips of playing guitar and doing improvised musical crowd work with me on the road. Wild show. Wild show. The store just continues to exude an energy that the show brings, but the store is, you know, really supporting always. It's why I do the Dr. Phil live shows there. Which, by the way, new Dr. Phil live drops Thursday. Mark your calendars, 7:25, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The first show from Portland, Dr. Phil live at the Aladdin Theater with special guest Harlan Williams and other surprises that I will leave for you to discover on your own when you watch the episode this Thursday on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/AdamRayComedy. It's a great episode. It's our first show in a theater, and it was fire, dude. I can't wait for you guys to see it. The other Portland show, the Late Show and the Seattle show will probably be out in the next couple months. And then there's also another Dr. Phil Live dropping on August 1st with Nick Swartzen, Kumail Nanjiani, and Steve-O. Check that out as well. Dr. Phil Live Tour. We've added cities. More coming. But right now, you know, because I've posted about it, October 25th. The Miller Theater in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Get your tickets, AdamRayComedy.com. We did a pre-sale with promo code BeRightBack, and now they're on sale for real. October 25th, Miller Theater. October 26th, the next night, Capital One Hall in Washington, D.C. I actually believe it's in Tysons, Virginia. Oof. I got to be honest. There's a guy named Evan last night who cooked barbecue for the goddamn Comedy Jam. It was unbelievable. But this fucking brisket that I had last night is not settling well. It's coming up. It's sticking around. It's fucking, dude, it brought its own sleeping bag. It's going to be a rough night. So October 26th, Capital One Hall, Tysons, Virginia. It's Washington, D.C. Adjacent. All the same shit. Hey, maybe I'll be there. Maybe I got nothing to do. Maybe I'll come through. Maybe I'll come through. Maybe I'll rise up. Maybe I'll drop through the roof like a mascot for the NBA. I'll come through on a zip line. I'll pull my zipper down. We'll compare cocks. So it's going to be a blast. October 26th, Capital One Hall. And then November 15th, Beacon Theater in New York. That's going to be crazy. That's for the New York Comedy Fest. November 15th, Beacon Theater. All these tickets are at AdamRayComedy.com. That's where you can get them. We will be adding San Diego and Arizona. Those are locked. We just have to announce them and get them up on sale. And then, of course, my own stand-up. I'm this weekend on the East Coast. I'm in Providence on Thursday in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. Never been there. What do I do? If you live in Providence, tell me what do I do? I'm going to be there from probably 6:30 until the shows and then hanging out because we're staying the night there. So what do we do in Providence? Tell me. I'm open for suggestions. And then Friday and Saturday, July 26th and 27th, Laugh Boston in Boston, Massachusetts. Love this club. Love this city. I think the shows are just about sold out, so go to AdamRayComedy.com and get those last few tickets. And then July 28th on Sunday, 2 shows in New Jersey at the Stress Factory in New Jersey. Cannot wait. Come out and see me. And then August 1st through the 3rd, the following week, San Francisco, Punchline, one of my favorite clubs. Can't wait. Punchline, August 1st through the 3rd. Come out and see your boy. And then I'll be in New York for a bit. Gramercy, August 11th. Still some tickets left for that. That's just me, solo show. And then August 15th through the 17th, Pittsburgh, Improv in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All that at AdamRayComedy.com. Tickets for the fall, all there as well. We got Columbus, San Jose, Atlanta, St. Louis. Cannot wait. A lot of first-time venues. The St. Louis City Winery in St. Louis, we added a late show. First show sold out. Columbus Funny Bone, September 13th and 14th. And September 12th, the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta. All at AdamRayComedy.com, where you can also get Dr. Phil merch. Check that shit out. Hoodies, shirts. We're about to drop some new merch as well. Anyway, it's all there. I wrote down some notes, some things I want to discuss. Oh, yeah. Fuck. This is wild. My nephew's 5. He's adorable. His new phrase is, guess what? Guess what? And then it's usually followed by some braggadocious new skill set. This is not that cool. But he's fucking 5. So you're like, dude, what do you got, man? What have you been honing at 5 that you couldn't wait to show your Uncle Adam? Guess what, Uncle Adam? What? He leans in and goes, I don't want too many people to hear. I taught myself how to run with my eyes closed. And I was like, dude, that is fucking cool. You know, I'm not going to go Who gives a fuck, dude? I drove from Sherman Oaks to the airport on edibles with my eyes closed last night. You think you're cool? We're both doing cool shit. No, I'm like, dude, that's unreal. Can you show me? And then watching him do it was hilarious and also very dangerous. We're near the street. So he's just like running. It's so funny. Even an adult running with their eyes closed would be hilarious to watch because he takes off real confident and then realizes very quickly like, oh, I can't see shit. So the move would have been to like kind of like peek a little bit and just give him those Biden eyes and just kind of, you know, but he just went full on, almost ran into a tree. Didn't let him because I'm a good uncle. But I will take advantage of when he's hilarious and put it on Instagram. Like I did last time I saw him when he was 4, and he would go, we were down at this little lake, and there was a bunch of fishes in the lake, and he goes, look at all the beaches. And I go, the what? And he goes, the beaches. And I go, the fishes. He goes, beaches. And I go, wow. He's saying fishes, but it's coming out as bitches. So I go, do you mind saying that one more time for my phone? And I go, look at all the what? He goes, look at all the beaches. And I go, yeah, dude, bitches be shopping, right? Or I go, fishes be shopping, right? And he goes, fishes be bitches be shopping. And I go, fishes be crazy too, huh? He goes, bitches be crazy. I gave him a whole script to say, and he said every single one of them. And then I sent it to his mom and dad and said, can I post this? And they were like, absolutely. Yeah. Why have a kid if you can't celebrate their hilariousness? I also get when people blur out the pictures of the babies. You don't want people to, I don't know what they're doing to it. I don't know what, you know, I guess there are freaks and perverts out there that are doing nasty, wild shit with people's pictures. I mean, I don't think I'm at that stage where people are photoshopping my head or someone's head on my body. I definitely have seen that on the internet. When I met Randy Johnson once, ex-Mariner pitcher, Hall of Famer, hit a bird with a 97-mile-an-hour slider. R.I.P. to that bird. I met Randy at the X Games. He was taking pictures because now he's a photographer. And I go, Randy, can I get a picture, man? Big fan. Went to USC like you did. Diehard Mariners fan. Spent hours and countless hard-earned cash to watch and support you emotionally and physically during your run in Seattle. And he goes, I don't do pictures, man. I go, oh, come on, man. I just told you I'm a big fan. He goes, no, I don't know what you're going to do with it. And at the time, I was like 33. So there's like, what, almost 9 years ago? I go, what do you mean, what am I going to do with it? He goes, I don't know. I don't know if you're like Photoshop my head on like a centaur or something and do some weird gay shit. I go, who's doing that? He's like, dude, there's a lot of stuff out there, man. And you just look like a guy that would be a part of it. And I was like, well, that sucks that I'm not getting the photo. But what sucks more is that you're labeling me as someone who has the face of a guy who would go around photoshopping Hall of Fame pitchers' bodies onto like centaurs with hard dicks and doing gay. Like, I don't know what is happening right now, Randy Johnson. What are you telling me? So he goes, I'll sign your hat though. And I was like, all right. So he signed my hat. Don't know where that hat is. Huge though. 6'10" is huge. You don't realize how big 6'10" is until you stand right next to it. I mean, yeah, dude, I was at ball level. I remember when Brad Williams and I went to Summer League for the NBA in Vegas, and there was a girl who played in the WNBA, and it's probably 3-4 years ago. She was probably 7'2", which is wild. You don't think of girls being WNBA players, even volleyball players, they're all like 6'8", maybe 6'9", which is very big. But this gal was 7+, 7'2", maybe. And so I go, Brad. And he goes, I'm on it. That's what I love about being friends with Brad. It's just like, I see something, he's already seen it. He's already clocked it, and he's like, I got to get a picture with her. So we got a picture with her, and it was amazing. When Brad and I played in the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game in 2019 in Charlotte, Muggsy Bogues was sitting 2 rows behind us, and I go, bro. And he was like, dude, I generally love Muggsy Bogues. I go, I know you do. That guy made you think you could do anything. And he goes, 1,000%. So Brad goes and gets a picture with him. And Muggsy even recognized him because I think there's a short person's club or a little, Muggsy is not a dwarf himself, but I think he identifies, if you're below 5 feet in the NBA, you're pretty much a dwarf. But that being said, Brad, by the way, just a road dog. I'm on the road a lot. I look at somebody like Brad, I'm like, dude, good on you. I mean, there's a real routine to have to go week in and week out of I'm in town for a day and a half, maybe 3 days, and then I'm out again. And just your suitcase, your packing. I don't even know if I would ever unpack. It's probably just like home, laundry, chill. Like he's a very regimented guy too. He's pretty organized in that way. So, yeah, wild stuff. All right, what else? I think that's about it. I'm performing for the Steelers in a couple weeks. Going on Joe Rogan finally. That'll be cool. I don't know what we're going to talk about. There's plenty to talk about. Joe can talk about anything. If we talk about aliens or Bigfoot, I've got some opinions. I don't know if they'll line up with Joe's, but I think that's what makes for a good conversation, right? The push and the pull. Probably talk comedy, probably talk Comedy Store, probably talk special, probably talk the Joe Biden, Trump Kill Tony episode, which is now up to almost 11 million, or maybe just hit 11 million. Wild. KT episodes get about 1 mil in a week or two. So this is bananas. So thanks to everybody that has been watching those clips. And I even put up a best of Biden on my YouTube from that episode, and that's over 1 million. I mean, wild. The reach of that show, it's just incredible, man. And now, what does Joe do? That's the real question. He's got COVID. He's an older gentleman. So do you just sit on the sidelines now and watch and support and cheer? Or do you try to pop up? And I don't know if a speaking engagement is really going to add the value that you would hope it would. Because on all these conventions, there's always somebody coming out. When Obama was running, Clinton came back out and everybody went nuts. I think they cut to I think Monica Lewinsky was there. No, she definitely wasn't there. Wouldn't that be crazy? By the way, I got to read that book. Somebody told me that book was great. I watched the show they did. Wild, dude. I mean, dude, it would be crazy if they brought her out and she was like, you know what? I want to talk about some shit right now. That guy over there came in my mouth and I loved it. And I said, do you want to run away together? And he said, no, I'm married. And here we are. That's a short version of the story. But that is fucking nuts how that went down. Also, she's turned it into somewhat of a positive, I think she does TED Talks or she speaks at like book fairs or something. Anyway, RNC was crazy. I watched a little bit of the RNC. If you haven't seen, just for the straight up entertaining element, you got to watch it, dude, because Trump's up there dramatizing the fuck out of, I don't know if you watched the news, but it was a wild week. It was a wild week for DJ. I was on stage, beautiful sunny day. The sun was out. Everybody was feeling good, and then I felt a whizzing by my ear, and I thought, that can't be a car. It's got to be a bullet. It's got to be a bullet or a bumblebee riding a bullet. And it whizzed by my ear, and I turned my head just like Matrix, just like Johnny Bravo. Turned it to the side, and I coughed, and the bullet missed my ear and my cock, and I said, thank God. And I did a Sammy Sosa point to the sky. And then I put my hand, and this was great, he goes, I put my hand on my ear, and I felt blood, dripping blood, red blood, human blood, the best blood. Some are saying the most blood from a non-dead guy. And he was just getting like really braggy about the amount of blood that was coming out of his body. What a funny thing to brag about. Do I think it was staged? No. But listen to me not confidently say no. And why I say that is the Secret Service or whoever they were that got up there, they looked like they were extras in Men in Black, but they also looked like they worked stage crew for like a high school musical in like Wisconsin, because they were all like, they went up there and if you get shot at, I think they rush you off pretty quick or shove your head down to the ground. They just use force. They're like, well, you can't be shot. How do you know the guy, wherever the shot was, that it's just one shot or it's one guy? I think you would want to get him the fuck out of there. But they all just kind of stood there like the same way a stage crew would be like, are we supposed to take the table off now or the second scene? Is it now? Well, fuck, Peyton, you gotta tell me this shit. I didn't make rehearsal. So he fucking like hovered and meandered, and people like, they had like really big face. Like one of the guys was like even looking in the crowd, like there's your shooter, like almost like he was an extra in the play. Like you ever see a high school play? I mean, fuck, I've done it too. I'm doing it right now as I try to figure out whatever it is I'm trying to say right now. But like where you're just like, and one of the guys was like, there's a shooter. Like it was like, dude, we're not going to use that take. You got to act like you've been there before. A little bit of realism goes a long way. That being said, you know, I think they don't have medical reports though, so that's a little sketchy. You know, because some people were saying, oh, it was glass that shot up. I think it was real blood. Now, did he go down to the ground and quickly fucking cut himself? Did they cut him? We don't know. I don't think I've seen bullet evidence. It's probably there. They have the kid that shot him, who apparently is a Trump supporter. That's wild. Hey, that's crazy. Yo, that's nuts. His own supporters shot him. I don't care who you are. That's fucking funny, dude. I mean, it's not funny that he got shot, but do you know what I'm saying? It's funny that, like, I mean, that's like a fan of, if someone's a fan of me and they come to my show and they shoot me in the face after the show. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what? But they're like, dude, I love you, man. Adam Ray, big fan. Dude, great Joe Biden on Kill Tony, man. Dude, Dr. Phil, I saw the last one. Super fucking good. Yeah. Pew. It just doesn't make sense. They said the kid's last search, the kid who shot Trump, was his last search was porn. Hey, no shit. No shit. Most people, now my question is, what kind of porn? And did he, I don't think he probably found what he was looking for and therefore did not release what he needed to, because, you know, you're not thinking clearly when you're full of, when you got a full tank. Get that out. And then, dude, and then you just take a step back and you go, all right, maybe I don't need to buy that fancy new fridge, you know? Maybe I don't. I'm an impulse buyer. Maybe I don't need to upgrade my room for the Airbnb, and maybe I don't need to get my mom the tattoo of Frank Sinatra, you know. Maybe I don't need to turf my brother-in-law's backyard. Maybe I don't, you know, there's all sorts of things that you just go, maybe I'm good. But when you're full in the tank, you know, and this kid, it sucks that he looked like a kid that would do that. The face usually always matches the crime. I've said this before. Carol Baskin, she looks like a gal that would feed her husband to tigers. Sorry, when you call people cats and kittens, you're guilty. Like Brad Pitt. You ever see those videos of like a crazy woman reaching through a drive-through window, trying to strangle the drive-through window gal because she was like, "Can I get a box of chicken McNuggets?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am, it's 9 a.m. and this is McDonald's and it's 9 a.m. I want chicken McNuggets. We don't sell McNuggets till the afternoon. Well, then I'm gonna strangle you." Okay, well, you're in the car. Next thing you know, they're fucking just gargoyling through the drive-through window. A great YouTube rabbit hole is dads fighting at high school basketball games. Also, dads coming home early to surprise their kids. Soldiers coming home early to surprise their kids. But also, drive-through fights. Oh, man. Oh, man. Can't get enough. We'll probably watch them tonight. Wish I could watch them right now. Just type in drive-through fights. McDonald's fiasco. I saw one. It was Big Titty MILF goes nuts for McNug, or goes nuts because because Arby's ran out of beef and cheddars, or gay Jew loses shit because Dairy Queen, Blizzard machine broke it. The titles give you everything you need to know about the story you're about to watch. And I like that. I like a title that just spells it out. But, man, can you imagine? You're on tape, too. You got to know. You got to know at this point. By the way, that's a little weed residual smoke. I hadn't smoked in about 10 days, and then I smoked last night. At the goddamn Comedy Jam, they had a barbecue set up. Shout out to Evan. And then they had a bunch of free weed. And I smoked a J, and it was like infused. That's always double trouble. Not the Van Damme movie, but the amount of wear and tear your lungs are in store for. That being said, took it like a champ. Felt good. Slept really well. Sometimes I get too high and I have wild dreams. I'm like, dude, I am the 8th member of the Goonies. I'm the 7th Power Ranger. I'm the 8th dwarf. I fucking sometimes I had a dream once, no joke. It was me, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire, because I just heard a story about the two of them like 2 days prior, and we were in the what is it called? The Three Little Bears, the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, like in the house with Goldilocks and like her family. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm aware how weird this is. And we were waiting because the bears like had left, and like the family was like, we're concerned that the bears are going to come back and eat Goldilocks. So what can we do? And like, we were some sort of SWAT, like bear, like team, like we were neighborhood watch, but for bear, like, but it was in the fucking woods. And I remember not being at all fazed or confused as to why I was there. I was just like, Toby, dude, this one's going to be a tough case. And he was like, I know. And I was like, Leo, what are we going to do? And he's like, I'm just trying to get out here and fuck, dude. And I was like, all right, well, bears are on the loose, and Goldilocks and her family are terrified. The family showed up, dude. They flew in from Dallas. We gotta figure this out. And then I woke up. I've never been so bummed to wake up from a dream that I had no business being in. That being said, I did feel a little guilty leaving the dream halfway through the day, being like, bears probably ate her family. Because we left. If I left, I feel like Leo was only sticking around because I was there. And Toby, I don't even know what he was doing there. I think he drove us. So weed dreams. You know what's funny? I'll have a crazy dream like that when I nap too. I'm not a big napper. I can only do it when my body's just like shut down. But I'll dream harder when I nap versus when I sleep. But those types of dreams, I wish you could tape your dreams. Why can't we do that? Why can't somebody create a device where your brain gets hooked up to something and it projects? I would love to wake up and watch me, Tobey Maguire, and Leo with a fucking young family trying to help them not get eaten to death. You know where you won't find me? The woods. How many times have I got asked to go camping in the last 2 years? A lot. How many times have I said yes? 0. Because, say it with me, I don't wanna die. Not that way. Fuck that, dude. You know how many stories you hear of yeah, we left our chocolate chip honey cookies out. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Why? Any food you leave out, you are food. Any food you leave out is an appetizer for your body. And I don't think a bear is fucking eating you slow, dude. That shit's going to happen quick and fast. They're going to start at the feet or the head. I guess if it is going to happen, just rip my fucking head off. The worst would be like if a bear like ripped your dick off and made you suck your own dick. I don't know. I don't know why that's even an option. It's probably not. I think they probably go right to fucking head, leg, neck, back, pussy, crack. We'll be right back. But I think there's something about bears. They just always strike me as hungry. So I think there's no time to waste, you know? Like they couldn't put a chicken pot pie in a microwave. That's 6 to 9 minutes. They don't have that type of time. Joe Rogan will be cool. That's happening in a couple weeks. Performing for the Pittsburgh Steelers before my weekend at the Pittsburgh Improv. Again, August 15th through the 17th. Please come out. Tickets at AdamRayComedy.com. I've performed for sports people before, not a full team. You ever watch Hard Knocks when they do the rookie talent show? That's what this is. I'm going to be hosting, performing for all the rookies. So I thought about trying to get in a character and pretend to be a coach, but I'm just going to be me and roast and toast them and then kind of MC it. So I'm going to bring each guy up, let him do his thing, and then, you know, probably razz him in between. And then get to see a practice. Get to see my boy Russell Wilson. He's not my boy. I say he's my boy because he played in Seattle for 10 years, and I was a big fan. Still am a fan. Want him to do well. I like when people got there's a lot of people like, you know, giving Russ shit, and there's like, he's going to suck, dude. There's no way he's going to be good. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's still a fucking NFL quarterback, and he went to 2 Super Bowls and is good. Change of scenery might be good for him. I think change of scenery is good for everybody at some point. You know, Jeffrey Epstein went from the island to jail. Maybe that was better. Maybe the island wasn't where you were supposed to be. Jared from Subway went from, you know, our TVs to jail. By the way, that guy, I don't know how, I think again, you know how your phone is listening to you? Like I once talked about Celine Dion, seeing her in Vegas, and like 3 days later it was like, do you want to go see Celine Dion in Brazil? And I was like, yeah. Didn't go. Tickets were too pricey. Also, not going to Brazil for that. I don't know what you're going to Brazil for, but I don't think it's to see Celine Dion. Brazil is like, I think I had a couple friends go there for the World Cup, and they said it was scary but exciting. And I was like, dude, I can get plenty of that in the States. You ever sneeze and pee at the same time? That's a fucking adrenaline rush. The feeling of not knowing where your urine is going to land around strangers, terrifying. So I was talking about the Subway documentary with Jared. It's don't watch it unless you just want to be really grossed out. I mean, but it's also fascinating because you know how it ends. The motherfucker gets taken down, and the way that it happens is pretty insane. And a woman had dedicated her life to tracking this guy because she basically set herself up to be a plant, a decoy to message with him and pretend to be kids, and then would meet up with him to almost work as an agent for him to get him kids. That guy was so creepy, dude. I mean, hearing a grown man that looks like that talk about doing things to kids is maybe the worst thing you could imagine. And you forget how famous he was. He was so famous. I mean, he was like, Subway hit the jackpot. They're like, dude, we need a fat guy that looks so mundane, like that looks like a fat guy that would be harmless. That they should have been like, we need a fat guy that doesn't fuck kids. They should have said that because then they probably could have really narrowed the pool down. Which, by the way, the other sandwich competitors had it easy once Jared got busted. I mean, Quiznos just had to be like, hey, what's up? Quiznos here. Try the new turkey ranch and Swiss sandwich. Oh, and hey, we fuck adults, not children. Mazel, l'chaim. But no, they had to adjust. Subway then was like, dude, we need Charles Barkley, Steph Curry. I think Tom Brady does some way. Charles Barkley does the new Subway cookie. They have a 6-foot-long cookie.
He's like, try the new Subway 6 feet. It's a cookie that's 6 feet long, baby. I can't believe they finally came out with a 6-foot cookie.
It does look impressive, and I will probably get high enough and Postmates a Subway cookie. Do you need 6 feet of cookie? Probably not. Here's my question, Subway. Remember when you told us that your bread was actually yoga mat stuff? Remember when you came out and said, hey, our tuna is real tuna now? Which I loved that because they didn't even say like, hey, sorry about the fake tuna shit. They just go, real tuna, we got it now. And you're like, hey, cool. What was it before? And they go, we're having a good time, huh? What do you want? Not the tuna, but it's real now. Cool, what was it before? So we got lettuce and tomatoes you can put on it on the real tuna. Now it is. What was it before, man? Yeah, you're getting real nosy, dude. Back off. Back down. I brought this up at a show once, and the guy goes, it's dolphin meat. I go, the old fake tuna was dolphin meat? He goes, yep. I go, how do you know? He goes, I know what dolphin tastes like, and it tastes like dolphin. AdamRayComedy.com for all my tour dates. We got Dr. Phil Lives coming up in D.C., Philly, and New York City, October 25th, 26th, and November 15th. AdamRayComedy.com for those tickets. This weekend, I'll see you again. 2 shows. Providence, Rhode Island at the Comedy Connection on Thursday. Both sold out. Friday and Saturday in Boston at Laugh Boston. Low tickets for all the shows. Come out and see me. New Jersey, Stress Factory. New Brunswick, 2 shows. Sunday, July 28th. And then, of course, next week, Punchline San Francisco, August 1st through the 3rd. Pittsburgh Improv, August 15th through the 17th. Gramercy Theater in New York, August 11th. Hope you guys have a great week, a great weekend. I think there's a new Tyso dropping this week with me, Brent Morin, and Rick Glassman. Always the most fun to go on. Check that out. Oh, and I'll be on Impractical Jokers, one of my favorite shows of all time. Shout out to Sal, Q, and Murr, and shout out to Joe Gatto. I've got to know all the guys. They're fucking rock stars. They make it look easy. I got to be in 2 episodes, I believe, and the first one airs this Thursday. I believe it's the season premiere of Impractical Jokers on TBS, 10 p.m. Thursday. So fun. They make it look, I don't know, they're so seamless. But we had a really good time, and I saw I posted one of the clips from the show, and it's on my Instagram. But can't wait. Enjoy that. It's on Thursday. And new Dr. Phil Live drops Thursday as well with Harlan Williams from the Aladdin Theater in Portland, Oregon. That's it. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Be nice to each other. Take care of yourself. And I'll see ya when the sun's embedded. Good night, everybody.